Hello. Welcome back. I recorded a couple days ago, but unfortunately the recording seems to have become corrupted, and so I did lose those, which is too bad because it was also when I was exploring Raya Lucaria, I guess Castle or whatever this is called, and the Renala fight. But I guess it is what it is. And today I'm going to go start looking around over here. I feel like I spent quite a bit of time up this area, so I'd like to go somewhere else. I also just like assume that, as you get farther away from the starting area, enemies become more powerful. So, you know, uh, these enemies down here will probably be lower level, and so I don't want to wait too long before going there because then they'll just be, I guess, really weak. Anyways, I also looked up how to talk to Blade because I just couldn't figure it out. So I just looked it up. This week is going to be a little crazy for me because I am helping to plan a get together with all the people at work in mobile. So that's going to be fun. And then on top of that, I have like my project work that I need to do, and I'm trying to get my self evaluation done early so that, it helps my manager with, or it gives my manager time to like work on the promotion case since we're going to put me up for promotion this cycle. But, you know, uh, it's manageable. It's just going to be a little hectic. Right. Yeah, okay. Hopefully I read the instructions correctly, but I believe I just need to talk to the merchant. I already do this one. So the first time I found one of those, I didn't know what they did because I guess I already had completed the dungeon for it. And so I was just like assuming that I didn't know what oh god, it's one of those things. Oh wait. Don't mind me. He didn't notice me. Wow. Thanks. I'm honestly surprised. Also, I have a ton of runes. That was not a good idea. Talk to you. The theme song to a show called Nichijou has been stuck in my head for a while now. I started rewatching it recently because my brother's friend came and lent him the comics for it, the manga or whatever it's called. Just give me some.
How nice.
Please buy some. Huh. Thought I just needed to talk to this merchant and he would give me like a thing so that I could get Blade to come down. I'm gonna check real quick. Your snap? I already have that? Point upwards, downwards, wait, left. I don't have that one yet. Oh, I'm talking to the wrong person. Church of Ella? I search. No? No? Nope. with a way to search. Don't know what it is though. Marker, sites of grace. Oh, there we go. Ella. Okay, so go there. I don't know anything about what you actually get for talking to Blade, but he seemed very cool when I saw him in my brother's playthrough, so I just wanna be friends with him.
Always a pleasure.
So
The howl of a wolf in the mistwood. I suppose he must still be skulking about. Next time you hear the wolf's howl, don't fret. I just have an inkling.
see, he knows we'll be friends. Need any of that?
Goodbye.
Also, I want to use my runes. Too into that. I would like a little more endurance. My gear is starting to get too heavy. Okay. How have I not found any other sites of grace there? But yeah, my brother's friend let him borrow the Nichijou comic books, and I took a look at them, and they're very, I mean, I'm surprised by how similar the show and the comics are together to each other. Usually I feel like there's quite a bit of creative liberties taken with comic books being adapted into movies, or just books being adapted into movies in general. But for the most part, they're very similar. There's some bits that are basically like frame for frame from the comic into the show. Obviously with not literally frame for frame, but like all of the you can see all of the comic frames in the show, and they just add whatever they need to transition between them. That's kind of cool. If you haven't seen that show before, it's very good. It's a very wholesome slice of life anime that is also, I guess, like a parody of slice of life. I don't know. I don't watch like a huge amount of anime, but it's basically just all these like little bits, like little shorts that are sequenced one right after the other. And the way it works is that let me just do this real quick, actually. I heard him. Where'd he go? Oh. You here? Mr. Wolfman? I'd like to talk to you. That is Big Bear. Don't notice me, please. You. You're not up there anymore, right? You. Go. I just not seeing him. Are you? Oh, hello.
Who
Oh my god, you're
Carly sent
huge.
you, did he? The name's Blythe.
It's like
I'm looking for a man who goes by
15 feet
Darrow.
tall or something.
He fled somewhere nearby. Come tell me if you find him. I can offer you Darrowell is nothing and in need of a fit.
Darrowell?
Darrowell is and in need of a
Didn't I find someone with that name already? I think I'd already met some. Well, whatever. I can figure it out later. Wanted to go over here, right? So I would also like to just find a site of grace close by, because right now I'm having to go really far. That's thought it was like a dragon or something. Wait, wasn't there a site of grace by the merchant? Or am I just imagining that? I thought there was one. I'll check. I feel like there's always one by merchants. Okay. Good for business. Oh no, it was the campfire. I don't know why I got that mixed up.
How nice.
Doesn't know anything about Darrowell, huh? Oh, whatever. I'll look it up later and investigate that at that point. But yeah, the show that I was mentioning, Nichijou, is just a bunch of bits, one right after the other. And there's like two groups of characters in the show. One is like these three high school students, and the other one is a professor and this robot that she built. And it kind of just alternates between them and I guess their friends or, you know, people around them in their life. The scenes are all usually like some kind of absurd humor, which is, I mean, I really like it. I think it's really funny. But it may not appeal to everyone, I suppose. Like to. Then over here somewhere. Let's go here. That's probably a cave. The show is also, like I said, extremely wholesome, so it's like a nice, relaxing show to watch if you just want to sort of, you know, chill, watch something pretty funny. It's not serious at all. It doesn't take itself seriously either. Like, some of the scenes are honestly just completely random, funny. But it's not just a collection of random cutscenes either. They are episodic in a way. Like, if something happens in one of them, it does come up again when appropriate. You know, like, you know, for example, in one of the scenes, the character mentions that they just accidentally broke like a toy of one of the other characters, and that's like a thing that comes up repeatedly. Like treasure here and stuff. Well, I guess I'll clear this camp then. I'm just gonna run through here. It's a big dog. Interesting. But yeah, cute show. each episode's about 20 minutes long, and each episode is like, each episode is also like made up of lots of those little, I guess, mini scenes. Yeah, it's been a nice change of pace to watch that show again, just because, like I said, things have been really busy, and so since that show is just sort of super laid back and doesn't take itself seriously, it's nice to watch just to sort of take my mind off things. Hello.
Can you hear me?
But you?
Help me. I'm
Hello.
stuck. Hello?
Hi.
Oh, my star. I am Alexander.
Alexander.
Also known as the Iron Fist.
Fancy name for a pot.
As you can see, I'm stuck here. Please.
Oh, sure.
My thanks. 1,000
The
thanks.
first pot person to talk to me instead of attacking me, so
Give it your all, I say.
did I just hit you?
I'll pop clean out.
Okay.
Come on. I'll pop clean.
Wait,
Come on.
nice and
I'll
big?
pop clean out.
I mean, is my sword big enough? I could hit you with my Zweihander. Is that too big? I don't want to hurt you. Is that not what you wanted? There you go. You did pop right out.
Well played, little baby. Well played.
The way these guys stand is so funny, because they just have like the biggest barrel chest of all time since they're pots.
Well, I'm out
You guys have been
now.
skipping leg day.
I
Oh, thank you. I like those.
once again, pleasure. I journey to the east, and beyond these land, upon their southern edge, is Redmayne. I'd heard wisp doesn't the no.
Okay.
I'm head to Redmayne. I've heard that.
Well, nice meeting you, Mr. Potman. I'm sure we'll see each other again later. Get up there. I see. Probably need to come here. Did I just clear something? There was one of those statues that points at like a dungeon, so I want to go see where he's directing me. Do 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 do. Da, 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 da. We need to go east. Yes. I want to stay on the high ground. I think I have the resources to upgrade my sword. I should do that later. Giant guy just walking around. No, alright. Over there somewhere. Yeah, there we go. This is great. We go up here. I was reading the New York Times the other day, and Worm Guy? And I saw this interesting article about a new app coming out called Sidechat or something like that. And I mean, it's basically just Yik Yak again. I don't know if maybe that's been too long for people to remember that, but you know, Yik Yak was this app that would let you basically post like whatever you wanted. I guess they were just like messages you could post, but they would be posted anonymously, and anyone who was like nearby could see them. And you know, as you perhaps would not be too surprised to find out, people were very toxic on this app after a while. I think originally when it started out, it was like pretty cool. I remember when it came out in my school, it was or sorry, when it came out, I was in college still. I was not really interested in it because I just don't really care for social media and that sort of thing, and this just sounds like an even worse version of social media. Right, which way, buddy? Over there? Okay. But a lot of my friends were really into using it. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad. People were just getting like bullied on it, basically. Oh, hello. Nice. Thank you, strange statue man. But yeah, Sidechat is basically the same thing. I think it is being a little more conservative than Yik Yak was, because for Yik Yak, it was just like anyone in the vicinity. I don't remember exactly how that was defined. I think it was like a certain number of miles, or like, you know, like a geographical area or something like that. Anyone in that area could see the messages and post, and so, you know, it was mostly university people where I went, since, you know, that's just how I guess university towns kind of are. Oh, there's a bunch of skeletons here. Anyways, when it first started out, it was kind of fun, I heard, because, well, the girl I was dating at the time would always show me, like, what was going on it, and, you know, at first it was, like, people posting memes, or, like, making jokes about classes and that sort of thing, which I thought was fun, but it eventually just kind of became very toxic. Like, people were just posting, you know, like, hateful messages on it, or, like, bullying students and that sort of thing. I remember the girl I was dating, she saw some messages on there that she thought were referring to her, which were also, like, pretty, yeah, I mean, they were just, like, cyberbullying her, essentially. Assuming they were actually referring to her. I have no idea if they were. The way people did it, too, it was, like, so dumb, because people wouldn't post names on it, although I'm sure there were places where they did. They would post, like, initials, so, you know, somebody posted a mean message, and then at the end of the message, it had her initials, like they were making fun of someone, right? I forget what exactly it said. I think it said, like, race trader or something. And then it had 3 letters that were her initials. But, you know, I don't know. There's no way to know for certain that they were talking about you. And, you know, if they were, well, first off, that's, like, a really petty way of, like, doing something like that. Especially when you're writing something kind of as messed up as that. But yeah, she, you know, she was really hurt by that, because whether they were actually referring to her or not, you know, that's how she felt they were referring to her, and that's gonna be enough to make her feel bad about it. So, yeah, I mean, when that stuff started happening, I was just like, wow, this app is actually just garbage. And they didn't really do anything to stop it, I guess. I don't remember if they eventually added, like, moderation. How do I get up there? You're being extremely obnoxious. Yeah, I don't remember if they eventually added moderation, but, you know, by then it was way too late. People were just posting really nasty stuff on there constantly. There be weak foe. Sure. Yeah. Okay. Oh, they're referring to the boss. That's pretty rude. Whoa. But yeah, like, you know, it's already bad enough when people are saying nasty stuff like that about you, but it's another thing entirely when people are posting things like that anonymously online, because you have, like, no recourse, right? You can't, like, defend yourself. You can't even, like, do anything about it, because obviously the people posting that type of stuff are, you know, they're just all cowards, and they're just doing it. They're doing it, like, in hiding, essentially, right? And yeah, I mean, it was just not a good time. And this app is basically the same thing, I guess is what I'm getting at. The only difference is that instead of it being tied to your geographic location, I think what I read was that you need to have a university email. So you like, you sign up with the university email, and so you at least know that everyone on it is from your school, which I think probably does help to some degree. Like, at least like, it narrows down the group of people, and that way too, like, school administrators know. Ugh. Who's shooting me? Why do they all have bows? Ooh, Katana. That's the one that lets you stab yourself for extra damage, right? I like that. I'm always up for extra damage. But yeah, by the time they had like moderation and that sort of thing for Yuk Yak, it was way too late. I think this app is presumably trying to be a little more on top of it. They have like moderators. The way they're doing it is like they're doing like a grassroots thing where they go to universities and like recruit people to be, I guess, the ones who tell people to use the app, essentially. And those same people are also like the ones who become moderators. So that's something. At least they're not doing anything. At least they're trying to do something and not just doing nothing. Okay, hold on. I will talking about this as soon as I fight this boss. Let's see who it is. Black Knife Assassin? Oh, I already fought one of you guys. Go. Although this one should be easier, because I can summon my friend. That's gonna make a big difference. Unless he just kind of sits there. Do you have a grab as well? That's what I'm most afraid of. Wait, you're already almost dead! I only hit you once! Okay, well, you're dead. I missed. Let's try again. Okay, you're dead. Or not. Okay, now you're dead. That was disappointing. Come on, man. I feel like you're letting down all your assassin buddies. That other one was so fearsome. I mean, there's a respectable amount of blood splotches in here. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he tried his best. They tried their best. But yeah. We'll see how this one ends up going. I assume it's going to be another death root. An equal mess as the other one. But I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with those types of apps. I can talk about this forever because I have like very strong opinions on privacy and that sort of thing since I work in tech, as I'm sure anyone else who works in that space does. But I don't think there's anything like inherently wrong with them. You could definitely. It's important to have like anonymity. It's important to be able to be anonymous online. That's enabled like a lot of safety for people that wasn't possible in the past. If you're somebody who's marginalized or like if your government is like oppressive and that sort of thing, it gives you like the ability to speak out without risking, I guess, punishment. But, the flip side of that is obviously it also lets people act out without risking any punishment. So, it's a powerful tool. I do wish companies did a better job of... Not enough golden seeds. I do wish companies did a better job of, like, managing that tool, Because that was the problem with things like Yik Yak, is it just got really out of hand, and people were... What's over there? Can I even get over there? People were using it to, like, bully each other, basically, right? And that's not okay, obviously. The people who were being bullied had no recourse because they didn't even know who was bullying them. And, I can imagine it felt especially bad if it was, like, a group of people, like if somebody says something nasty to you, and then you see, like, a large number of people anonymously agreeing with it. That's pretty... Yeah, I mean, that would feel bad. That would feel really bad, I'm sure, especially if you aren't sure who's doing it. because, you know, it could be anyone. It could be maybe like, I don't know, your teachers or something, you know? But yeah, anyways, I think one thing that does not bode well for this one is the creator of it is like choosing to remain anonymous. Like they refuse to reveal their identity, which I don't think is a good sign. Like, obviously everyone has a right to privacy, but I feel like if you're gonna start a huge company... Oh, hello. Okay, summon a friend? No. Oh, he's running at me! He didn't even give me a moment to think. Okay, I see. It's a neat ability. I wonder if I get that ability. Okay, buddy. You're not very strong, though. Oh, look at that. You almost died. You're dead. Okay, I'm just gonna attack until you die, I guess. Oh no, he's outplaying me. Alright, fine. I'll show you a little respect. Just a little bit. Bye-bye. Her talisman. Interesting. I think it is like a spindle. Competitive multiplayer. Oh. You have to say. Oh, that's kind of cool. So this is like where you come to fight people? Is this where everyone meets up to attack each other? But yeah, I think the fact that the creator is choosing to remain anonymous is probably not a good sign. To me, that kind of reads as like they knew how big a problem previous incarnations of this have been, like Yik Yak and so on. And so they are like essentially trying... Why did I do that? I didn't mean to jump off. I feel like they're trying to essentially just keep hidden so that if things go bad, they don't have to, like, you know, be accountable for what happens. And obviously that's not going to work. Like, eventually someone's going to find out who, like, they are, unless, like, they're going to have to hire engineers, and they're going to... The engineers will eventually... One of them will leak that information, most likely. Because, I mean, I don't know. That's not, like, protected information as far as I'm aware. It'd be kind of weird if a company tried to claim that, like, the founder's identity was, like, a company secret. I don't know. I feel like that would be really sus, but what do I know? Oh, nice. My... Whoa. Another pumpkin head, huh? Quite a few, you guys. Someone seems to be rocking out over there. Some sweet air guitar and Aerosmith or something. Oh wait. I switched to my lance. I always forget that when I try to fight these guys with swords, I get wrecked. Okay. You seem to be having trouble. Ow. What's wrong with you? Okay. I shouldn't kill him. He's not even attacking me. Oh! Are you attacking me now? Yeah, okay, you're attacking me now. Sorry. I guess I should have checked first if you were friendly. Oh yeah, this is a... Oh, no, it's not. The one I just found. Unsheathe? What does that do? Oh, I see. It's the anime katana attack thing. Oh, thank you. My guess is, like I said, that this app is probably just gonna go the way all the others have, where people are just gonna misbehave on it and they're gonna have to shut it down. But we'll see, you know? It's kind of crazy how... Oh, how many runes did I lose? Is it even worth getting them? I don't really think it is. I did kill a boss. Ugh, fine. The freaking runes. Where are they? Far, but it's fine. But yeah, it's kind of crazy how far technology has come. Understatement of the century, of course. The way I like to think of it now is like, it's kind of just made us all into superheroes, you know? We have all these ridiculous powers. Like, if you told people even like, probably not even like 30 years ago, the types of things we'd be able to do with technology today, they'd probably just laugh at you because, like I said, it sounds like you're describing a superhero or something, you know, like the types of abilities it gives us. You know, phones, like computers on your phone, right? So like a smartphone, basically. Being able to have like an entire computer in the palm of your hand. That just like changed everything because it just like opened up so much for people. The heck? Oh my god, it's an ambush. That was kind of cool, but not very effective. Oh, I was already dead. Okay. I kind of wish they had beaten me, honestly. That would have been a pretty epic death right there. Getting ganked by a bunch of wolves. But yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, smartphones have basically made us all into like superheroes in many ways. You can know anything you want to know basically at any time. You know, you can just do a Google search and yeah, you have to like find the right result, but that rarely takes more than a few moments. You can, that my runes? No, that wasn't that much. Wow, that boss was weak. You know, you can basically communicate with anyone, anywhere in the world instantly, assuming they also have like, you know, a phone or something. You can have like anything you want delivered like to your doorstep within a day or two. I guess that's not necessarily a phone specific thing, but you know, you can do all of these things on your phone, and so like you're able to do them anywhere, anytime, you know, at your leisure. And yeah, I mean, that's just unbelievable. Crazy how far things have come. But I guess that's also what makes, you know, all of this so... My phone is just going off like crazy. It's also what makes all of this so fraught with danger, right? Because, you know, if you have oh my goodness, I almost jumped to my death again. I guess to I'm sure will be very cliche, but you know, where you have superheroes, you have supervillains, and there's no shortage of people looking to abuse the, I guess, technology at our disposal, you know, for their own game at the expense of others. What's down there? Let's see, just go down here. I'll go down there later. Right now I just want to go explore all those markings that I put down. Although maybe I should do that. Where am I? Engrave? Yeah. Hello.
Is there anything wrong?
Oh. Well again. Flame chariots. Good. That seems fun. I like masks. Turtleneck. That's bad. Why would you ever kill a turtle in this game? More pots. That one. I guess I'll take these.
Oh, I'm afraid of them.
No need to apologize. On a note, right? I read it. There you go. Oh, that's cool. You can like attack the top of those fire-breathing guys. Man, all these turtles. You harvesting them. Bad. But yeah, that's my main problem with all of these companies who make these, you know, like applications and stuff, like Yik Yak and Sidechat, is that they don't, in my opinion, put enough effort into managing their platforms so that they are healthy, I guess. I don't know what the best way to describe it would be, but, you know, all these companies, like, all the big tech companies, they make so much money. And my friend and I actually got into a big discussion about this. It was a really fun chat. Although I think to a lot of people it probably looked like we were arguing, but I really enjoyed it. I hope that my friend felt the same way. But I've always felt that, you know, these companies, they make so much money. Like, it's just an absurd amount of money, you know, like cartoonishly large sums. And I just don't see why they can't put some of that money towards making sure all these virtual spaces, or whatever you want to call them, they create, you know, are healthy. I guess, yeah, I mean, that's basically the whole crux of my argument. Really what I was arguing is that I feel that tech companies could be giving more back to consumers, right? So, like, you know, if they're able to make like $100 off of your data, then it would be nice if they gave more of that money back to consumers in the form of like better quality services, or, you know, whatever. Because most of the products are free, in air quotes, because they're not actually free. You're paying for it with your data. But, you know, I think most of that money, almost all of the money, in my opinion, well, I don't know how big a fraction of it is, but I think they could be giving more back. And I think that would go a long way to solving a lot of these problems that apps like that have. You know, if they invested in, like, actual moderation, and, you know, being more responsible about the content that is on their platforms. I don't think that they should be held, like, liable or, like, accountable for things people post. I mean, we have laws specifically to protect them from that, because it would be a really bad time if you could be held legally liable for something that a random person using your service did. But at the same time, I don't think that's, like, you know, a pass to just do nothing about it either, which I think is what a lot of these companies do. They basically do nothing until it becomes a whole thing, right? Like, there's a big news article about something happening, or like some Twitter thread explodes where a person complains that, like, Google banned them or whatever. Well, the banning one is a bad example, but, like, something happens, right? And the companies are not really, they're not really, like, incentivized to care. It's good that they're protected from people misbehaving to some degree, but they shouldn't be able to just, like, completely ignore the issue, in my opinion. Which is, I think, kind of what we ended up with, you know, in trying to create an environment where we give these companies the safety they need to be innovative and grow and all that. We also... This guy was not really much of a challenge at all. We also, I think, accidentally created a loophole for people to basically not care at all. And it is unfair of me to say that they don't care at all. They obviously do care, I think. It's just, you know, and there's always a lot of competing interests in a company. There's always people who, like, will disagree with each other on, like, what the company should be prioritizing, and stuff like that is no different. There's gonna definitely be people who care a lot about that sort of thing at every company, but, you know, if like the net pull, you know, if the incentive structures we build favor not caring, which they do, because obviously you want to be the most profitable company or you'll get left behind. then that's what they'll do. Oh, look at all these turtles. So happy looking. I'm really glad I don't have to kill them to open this door. That would have made me really sad. Like those ghost turtles that you play hide and seek with. Very apt item to find here. This thing, right? Stamina reduce attacks against blockers. Sorceries. Critical hits restore HP. That's pretty good. I will probably equip that. Although I do like my current charms. Little one. I don't really feel like stamina is ever really a problem in this game. Granted, I do have a lot of stamina, I think, compared to most people, but it fills up very quickly. But yeah. I think, like I said, it's just an incentives thing. We've created a situation where it makes more sense to do as little as possible compared to everyone, if you can get away with it, because then you'll be more profitable and you'll be able to grow faster and yada yada yada. So, you know, I don't think it's really. I don't think just like saying like, oh, these companies are like morally in the wrong for doing that really gets us anywhere, because I think it's more of like a policy issue. If we updated like our laws and policies to be more well suited to like the modern age, right? Then I think we could resolve a lot of these problems. And I don't think it would be an easy solution. I'm definitely not trying to say that I know all the answers or that I even have a good idea of what the answers would be, but I do think there are a lot of very intelligent people who are qualified to make those suggestions that are not currently the ones in charge of actually making those decisions. So yeah, that's, I guess, just what I think about that. It also doesn't help that like a lot of the people who are able to make the decisions are not very well informed about the things they're deciding on. Like, I feel like it's pretty common for the people who, you know, get to, you know, congressmen and senators and politicians in general. They are not as technologically savvy as I would want someone making laws to be. And, you know, they could, like I said, they could delegate that to someone else, but I also feel they don't really do that in a way that I find satisfactory. It's just like, it ends up being like lobbying, you know, like people lobbying them to do certain things. As always, I guess. Or at least in the US. Europe's, I think, doing a much better job with this sort of thing. It's kind of funny because, like, I like all the stuff Europe does with regards to, like, privacy laws and stuff. I feel like they're really going in the right direction for everything. But at the same time, I always, like, groan when I have to deal with it myself. You know, whenever I make, like, little Android apps to publish on the App Store, it's become so difficult to write apps because of how strict the European, like, privacy laws, excuse me, the European privacy laws are. And again, I do think that's good, but it does mean that, you know, you can't just like casually throw together an app that like collects a bunch of data and does something with it, because you're probably going to run afoul of those laws, which I guess, depending on who you ask, is a good or bad thing. I'm sure a lot of people, that's like one of the arguments against things like that, right, is that it like stifles innovation and that sort of thing. Oh, yeah, it's a hard problem. I would, curious to hear, I guess, what others think. You know, that's sort of a little bit of my thoughts on those issues. I didn't really like think through it all that much before, you know, recording this or anything. The only reason I've thought about it at all is because I talked about this a little bit in my recording that got corrupted, and so it was kind of just on my mind since then. But yeah, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of people who disagree with me and a lot of people who maybe agree with me. There's a very wide spectrum for that sort of issue, so I'd love to hear other people's thoughts on it. Anyways, I keep saying that I don't watch a lot of TV and movies, even though I find that I talk about TV and movies like almost every recording I make. On that subject, one of the... What happened to all my dots? Go here. This map is all messed up. It's got all kinds of splotches on it. I don't know if those are like forests or like bad areas where I can't walk. Anyways, I basically talk about movies every time and TV, and I'm really excited for the new season of Stranger Things. Looking forward to that. Oh, I'm being invaded again. What the heck? Wait. Oh, hello. Oh. That's powerful. Okay, this person's a little stronger. Can't just ignore them. Ah, gotcha. Correct. Okay, you're done. You're done. See ya. Scorpion charm? What does that do? Ah, that's cool. I don't have holy damage, unfortunately. So yeah, new season of Stranger Things. Really excited for that. You know, they left us on a huge cliffhanger for the last season. Although I guess it wasn't really a cliffhanger, you know. But it definitely seems like they were killing off Copper, but also I guess hopefully I don't mix up any of the names just because it's been a while since I watched any Stranger Things. But you know, then they immediately tell you that he did in fact survive, which I'm glad they did that because I would have just been like in agony the whole time, not knowing if he had survived or not. So that was nice of them. I'm hoping that we get a little more Dustin and Steve action going on. I feel like their blossoming friendship in was it the second season? Yeah, when you know when Dustin gets the Demogorgon, or is that the third season? I'm already mixing up the timelines. Yeah, I think it was the second season. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyways, I loved how they were like becoming really close friends during that season, and you know, kind of like learning from each other, and it was just really fun. Especially because Dustin's just like so hilarious. He's always just got the snappy one-liners, you know, the witty banter. It always never disappoints. But yeah, we'll see. I'm also hoping Will is less annoying. I really did not enjoy his character very much in the previous season because I think it's mostly just because he was portrayed as like, you know, a kid his age, and I think children that age can be extremely annoying, and the way he was behaving was in fact extremely annoying. So I hope they tone it down a little bit, maybe, hopefully. Come down here, please. Thank you. See ya. But yeah, I hope they tone it down just a wee bit, you know, a small amount. And if not, then I guess it's not the end of the world, but I definitely would enjoy the show more probably if they did. What else? I don't know. All the characters in that show are so great. I forgot the girl's name just because it's been such a long time, but the girl who works in the ice cream shop with Steve, she was also a really great character. I'm hoping that, you know, she continues to be part of the show. That was a lot of fun. Oh, there's a lot of dead people, or pot people here. Switch to Lance. Heal. Summon friend. And set our lance on fire. Cool, we're good to go. Oh, hello. Oh, this guy's like a corrupted tree man. That's kind of cool. I don't really like that you're up here though. Oh, this one's quite strong. I'm a little worried. What's that do? Oh no, this Scarlet Rot. He does stuff. I think he's just kind of ignoring me though. Oh, but my friend is dead, so now I'm probably in danger. Come on, go into a more open area, yeah? Oh. 3 hits. Oh no. It's such a huge area too. Oh dang. The laser beam's like forcing you to roll into an overhand like that. Very impressive. Well, this video is already pretty long. I'll give it a couple more tries, but if it doesn't happen in like 2 or 3 tries, I'll probably call it. I'm curious to see if I wonder how long ago they were working on this for. I mean, obviously they've been working on it since, you know, the last season, but you know, with everything happening in Ukraine, you know, the Russians being the villains in the show, we'll see how that plays out. I don't know if they'll keep going with that. I don't see why they wouldn't, but you know, sometimes they make decisions to avoid, I guess, drawing unwanted attention to themselves, and I feel like that could be something they do. But like I said, we'll see what they decide. Because I mean, Hopper's already in the prison, right? So it's not like they can just poof him out of there unless they're gonna be, I guess, very, I don't know. It would be very strange if they did that. So I don't think they can just make the Russians not be the bad guys anymore. Oh, I'm dead. Interesting. So I think my usual strategy of just walking up and poking him until he dies is probably not going to work. But you know, I'm always up for trying the same thing over and over and hoping for a different outcome. We'll see what happens. I think if I die this time, what I could do is either try using magic, or I could just try to kill him with consumables. I'm sure he's weak to fire. What else? What are my options? So should probably change to that other helmet I have. Like that would help quite a bit. Just to resist the Scarlet Rot a tiny bit more. Right. Give it a go. Oh wow, I outranged it? Maybe I just got lucky there. That seems crazy. Yeah. Survive. I didn't deserve to live there, but I'll take it. Ow. Quick turnaround attack. I guess I can just hide behind something, huh? Oh, no, that didn't work at all. Well, Now we know. Oh my god. If I hadn't drank my flask, I would have died there. The slow recovery was just enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill you with bots, man. I didn't realize you were so weak to them. See ya. Oh no, you died. Yes, I definitely earned this victory. That was an honorable battle where we both gave it our all. Range, shrouding, cracked. That sounds like something I want. I think that's going to increase fire damage, which I use quite a bit just because of all the consumables I use. Yeah, I don't think it was not a very light way to win that fight. This guy just like murders pot people and brings them here or something? So many dead pot people. Cool, there's a guy with a bow over there. No dungeon or anything here? Aha! I knew it. It would be weird for there to just be the tree. Alright. Minor Erdtree Catacombs. Well, that is a good place to call it, I think. Like I said, if you, I guess, were watching, you know, I'd love to hear sort of your thoughts on any of those things that we talked about, you know, with respect to, like, privacy and, I guess, companies' like responsibility in managing their platforms and that sort of thing. And you know, it doesn't necessarily have to be exactly what I was talking about, but just anything related to that. I'm always interested in hearing other people's opinions on that sort of thing. And yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that. You'll be notified whenever I post something new. I'm posting something every day. And have a great rest of your day. See ya.